Good morning. This is Mr. Batty at Gloversville Middle School. I thought I would take this opportunity to respond to some of the parents and families' questions who have been turning up on the survey that was presented by the district. I know the district answered many of the questions, and many of those questions do pertain to all the buildings, but I thought I would reply to a few of the questions who seem to be specific to the middle school. So let me start by reading the question, and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Now, the first is, will students be sharing materials if they are sharing desks, or can students bring home their supplies daily? We do not want students sharing materials or desks here at the middle school, and personal items can certainly be transported back and forth via their knapsacks. Secondly, will the classrooms be thoroughly sanitized every single evening, since there will be a new set of students in class each day? Yes, they will. I have met with my buildings and grounds, Mr. Williams here, and he has guaranteed that that will happen every evening. Water bottles and masks. The classrooms are hot. The kids will be anxious and need water. No fountains should be used, so can students and staff have water bottles from home, and how and when can they be used? Yes, students and staff can certainly bring their own water bottles. We have actually at the middle school water bottle filling stations, which are much easier to regulate and disinfect than a regular fountain. So yes, we will encourage students to bring their own personal water bottles and use those filling stations to refill them. What will the protocols be for mask wearing in school? Well, for everyone's safety, both staff and students will be wearing masks as they enter and leave the building, and any point in time when we can't guarantee social distancing within the building. We will have extra masks to provide to those students who do not have one. We will present them to them. They will be required to wear them. If they do not wear them, we will have to quarantine them from the other students for their own safety and for our other students' safety until someone can come pick them up or bring them a mask that they can use. How will you safely do fire drills? The state has given us a little bit of guidance on this, saying that we will continue to run fire drills. However, we can't run mass fire drills due to the inability to have social distancing. So we will do selective fire drills, probably where one classroom or possibly two at each grade level would be subject to the fire drill while the other classrooms would stay put. That way, at least they can follow their path to evacuate the building without creating a large group situation. Will the school be providing masks for children? Yes, we will. Obviously, we encourage you to have your own, but we will have some available for staff and students if they don't have one. How many students in a room? We used a couple of studies to look at our room square footage and realized that our rooms can hold up to 16 students and still create a 6-foot social distance. However, we don't anticipate having as many as 16 students in a classroom. We anticipate that might be closer to 10. So we are well within the parameters of the research that said we can create that distancing within the classroom. How will you handle the non-compliance of kids and their parents who will not enforce the mask rules? I kind of touched on this just previously, but because it's the safety of not only their child, but everyone's, that we must encourage and will have to promote everyone wearing a mask when needed in the building, both on entry and dismissal. And as I said before, no place where social distancing can occur. If students failing to comply will be quarantined until someone can come pick them up. How will the middle school handle the changing of classes for students? We do not plan on changing classes other than lunch, phys ed, and art classes, and any other SEL groups which may meet in the gathering area of each wing. There will be designated hallways for student travel. Sixth grade will have a hallway they can use to travel back and forth to those areas outside the classroom. Seventh grade will also have one, as well as eighth grade. But we don't anticipate there will be a lot of travel during the day, but travel will be monitored in the hallways, traffic following the walls up the right side and back down the other right side. If they have to travel, we will not have one-way hallways, but we will have hallways designated just for certain use by certain grades. Where are the children putting their coats and backpacks? Again, we are following the state guidance. State says that they do not want children's clothing and personal items being touching each other or being grouped together. So we are going to try to hand out the lockers so that we can space children accordingly and create the 6 foot distance when they have to use their lockers, given the small groups. How will social distancing be handled at lunch? I am meeting this week on Wednesday with our food service coordinator to look at how we want to set the cafeteria up so that it will be preset when students arrive. As students arrive, they will have their mask, they will pick up their lunch, and the seating and the tables will be distanced so that everyone can eat with their mask off, because we will have the 6 foot social distance required by the state. At this point, this seems to be an end to some of the questions that were directed specifically to the middle school. I certainly can take time to answer some more if need be. Where we are doing our best to follow not only CDC guidelines and the state guidelines, but everything is geared at trying to create a safe social environment for not only your students and staff, but anyone else in the building. So I appreciate you taking your time to listen to this, and I hope you have a great day. And I hope this thing will soon pass and we can get back to some level of normalcy. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.